Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Hello, Gnome Hunter Joe. Hello, people. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what today's show is going to be. I'm not totally exhausted. I'm chronically exhausted, and it's going to kill me. But I'm a bit thinner than yesterday, and that's what matters. I'm at 70. Maybe I'm at 76.9 or something. So I'm thinner. Kerry Macca, good to see you. Claire, good to see you. Can you see me? Can you hear me clearly? That's what I have to ask. Can you hear me? Can you see me clearly? Hold on one second. Well, welcome today to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I feel uncooked. I feel like I'm overcooked. I feel like I'm done. And I don't know what we're going to do today. I actually went out and bought a newspaper because I thought we need content. We've got a guest coming in tomorrow, and maybe I should have guests every single day of the week. I don't want to do it. I don't know. Are we doing all right? I don't know if we're doing all right. I think we're in a dip. I mean, a trough or something like that. Any clearer, I'll have blood seeping out of my ears. Okay, that's good news. I'm just talking to myself in my own living room with a window here. You can't even see the window. Behind the thing is the window, and it's not quite dark yet, but it's like, hello, Ian Higgs. It's just so moody. October is such a depressing, horrible. Jedster is here. That brightens my day. We got 21 viewers. I've been watching Osmond Gold and trying to take a nap. I'm not saying I'm modeling myself off of the guy, but I like the guy. I think the guy strikes me as being authentic, and that's what I'm trying to be. Not that people would want my authenticity. Joodles is here. Good to see you, Joodles. Janet Raymond. Jane Traymond or Janet Raymond is here, which is good. Thank you for coming back. And I'm trying for authenticity. But some days, it's still, I don't know what this is. We're communicating with each other. We're having our meeting. I'm coming in. I feel like I've been out on the lash, as you English people call it, the lash, drinking. And even though I wasn't out last night, I wasn't drinking. But I feel like it. I feel like every day that's what it is. It's a long time between the time that I wake up in the morning and do this. That's what I feel. I feel it's too long. And maybe I need to do something else in between. And I know I've got Vantanai is here. Good to see you. There are so many things that I need to do, and there's so many things we all need to do in a day. Maybe this is not the right time. Maybe we should start the show at 6. What do you think about that? Maybe a minor change is all we need to get this thing kicked up a notch. Or just maybe I'm just going through. I'm a bit moody. I mean, I'm not moody. I don't think like my mother. I'm not like bipolar or manic depressive moody. I'm not totally depressed. Do I strike you as being depressed? I mean, yesterday I said I was really depressed, and someone, I forget who wrote it, but it was saying, I don't see it. I don't see Lewis Schaffer's being depressed. I don't know. Do you think that I'm depressed? I mean, I have to be. Remember what this is. We're in a time of war, and this is a diversion. I went and bought the newspaper today. Okay, I'm at the newspaper today, and it says about, look at all the people arriving on the boat. Look at all the men arriving on the boat. The men arriving on the boat, and then over here is a little girl. Dragged from the boat, and the point is that Keir Starmer lies. Am I allowed to say that? I'm not having it. Anyway, so Am I depressed? I don't know if I am depressed. I don't know if you're depressed. Tell me if you're depressed. But I mean, I'm just in them, and they're in the rain, and it's 45 degrees, 45% humidity. Can you see that? I've got this in front of me. I don't even know what it means. Everyone has bad days, Lewis. You just remember tomorrow is a new day, and we will start afresh and hopefully feel better. Unfortunately, today is the new day. We just started this show 5 minutes ago. So this is, maybe we should work on, maybe tomorrow is the new day. Maybe today is our new day. Julian is here. Julian is here. So I'm in the midst, and Maltese Phil is here. So this is brightening my day. The Lewis Schaffer people. I'm not saying you're fans of mine. I don't even know if you are. Asleep, one eye open for the duration of the period, no doubts. But so and Leanne is here. So this is really gloomy times. Really gloomy times. I saw a documentary about when the Turks started in the Ottoman Empire. And they were doing horrible things to nuns because they insisted on everybody being Islamic. I don't know how long that lasted for, but it was not a happy period. And that could happen. I don't want to discuss it. We're not discussing that. This is a diversion. Okay? Jane, you ate pizza. You're not depressed because you ate pizza. When did you eat pizza? How recently was it? You could hit that high sugar high, and then 30 minutes later, you're like, oh my God, I just ate pizza. And you're in bed taking a nap. That's what carbs do. I love pizza more than anything. I go down here and I have a slice of pizza. I went through a period, if you remember. Well, they're having a Maltese Phil. The Turks had to go here, but didn't get into Malta. Well, they got in earlier. Maybe the Turks didn't, but other Islamic groups did. Anyway, the point is, the point. What is the point we're talking about? I used to go down there and have pizza, and pizza is amazing. It's so good. I pay £5.40 for a slice of New York style pizza, which used to. I don't know how much it costs now, but it was £1. It was $1 in New York, and now maybe it's £2.50. Okay, I'd be depressed if I ate pizza. Yeah, you would be, Claire. And I model my diet after, not model my diet, but the focus after Claire. So I woke up this morning and I weighed 77. So I am doing good. You probably don't notice if I'm fat or not, but a slice is £5.40. Yes, at right down the road here. I mean, it used to get a whole pizza for £3 or something. Andrew Rubin is here. Well, don't worry. Keir Starmer has just announced a £10 million further spending plan to help protect Muslim communities, despite 9,000 documented attacks on our churches. We live in a clown world. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's bad. Things are bad. Maybe if we just get it out of the way, 5 minutes, we can discuss this. And then we can move on, because that's what this show is. It's a diversion. It's also to let people know that other people are thinking that we are in a state of war. And I said this on the TV. Leanne had a six lint chocolate. Yummy. But there are only 6. What is 6? Is that what a 6 lint chocolate is, Leanne? The problem is you can't eat that stuff. You can't eat very much of it. You can eat a little bit of it. You can eat a little bit. How many calories, how many grams of carbs does a 6 lint chocolate have? As Claire says, do not snack. Don't snack. That's the most important thing. Don't snack. I'm going to find out. Lint, Lindt, chocolate. How many ounces is that? How many ounces is a 6 lint? Is it 90% chocolate? Is it 70% chocolate? 2 squares? Let's say it's 6. Are you saying it's 6 squares, Leanne? Naughty, chocolate's everywhere. That's 375 calories, according to my thing. Excellence, 70% chocolate by Lindt is 375. I mean, it's not a lot of calories, but you can't eat that all the time. If you ate that, you can't eat. And how many grams of carbs does it have? It has 26 grams of carbs. You can't eat that all the time. Yeah. Pray elaborate. Elaborate on what? What do I need to elaborate on, MC Scott? That food can make you depressed. It can affect your mood. Look, we're in a very depressive mood right now. I'm in a depressive mood. This is a horrible time for me to have started this crazy stream. It's a very bad time. About 50 grams of chocolate. Well, this says 60 grams. Okay, so it'd be about over 300. Let's say it's 50, 60. Okay, it's a lot of chocolate. Yes, my Halloween menu is in the bag, and then Halloween's coming up. When is Halloween? It's a week from now. I think the day of Halloween is the 31st of October. It's the 31st of October. Well, what we need to do is get out of the house. Oh, that's what I need to do. Lewis, are you fat? A weight to height measurement of over 5 indicates an increased risk of obesity-related health issues. So it's recommended to keep your waist size to less than half your height. Well, my height, I am 5'10", which is 70 inches tall. And my waist size, which I measured it yesterday, is 33. That's the biggest part of my waist is 33. So I'm fine in that way. I'm fine, but I want to be so thin. I don't know, I'm wearing my Green Day tee. I want to be super, super thin. But I don't think it's going to happen because I'm old. But I'm not quite as, I want to be tight and firm like a young man. But unfortunately, you can't do that. You reach a point and it's not going to happen. Anyway, F that. All food will be top drawer. That's what MC Scott says. Lewis is so not fat. He is a total hottie. Thank you very much, Claire. Does anybody believe any of that stuff that Claire says? No, they don't believe you anymore. They don't believe you. I am hot. But I do appreciate you saying that I'm hot. Hey, can we make sure we like and subscribe? Like and subscribe. But yes, so what is the point that I am making? I am making a very good point, which is I'm wearing my Green Day because they sang American Idiot. No, I'm wearing this shirt because I found this shirt completely soaked and covered in dirt in the park. Kermit, thank you for asking that. I found it in Peckham Rye Park. I picked it up. I took it home. And then I realized, let's just see how much is this shirt worth? Let's do a window capture. Let's do a window capture of how much this shirt is worth. Can you see me? Green Day black t-shirt, Green Day. Okay. How much is it? There it is. Which shirt is it? What's it say? This just says Green Day. Green Day. No. Do you see anything that looks like this shirt? No. Maybe it's a knockoff shirt. Can you see all these Green Day? Can you see me in this? Can you see what this is? Tell me if you could see the screen, because I'm trying to be more Yesterday, this is what Janet says. Yesterday, I told you I was fat, and you said I was going to die. I thought about thinking I'm going to die anyway, so I ate pizza. Yeah, you got to realize you're not going to die. You're not going to die. You might die. You could you know what it is. It's not about dying or not. You want to die in pain. And the problem is a high-carb diet like that, high-carb diet makes you die in pain. And all of our problems are caused by carbs, everything. Lewis, it's not you. You're not fat at all. You're fat. Fat as in cool. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I don't think you're going to die. I think we're all going to die. That's why we have to work at it. So let's go back on track. Let's go back on track and see if we could find any of these Green Day t-shirts. I don't know which one is this. This is not here. Let's see. Let's do another kind of search for the Green Day t-shirt. This just has the words Green Day on it. Images. Oh, here we go. That's what this one is. That's what this day is. 25 pounds. Can you see this? Is it possible to see this on the screen? Because I cannot tell. Kermit, can you see that? Can you see that this Green Day shirt is the shirt that I have? I found a 25-pound Green Day shirt. There you go. That's all it is, 25 pounds. I didn't even think it was worth 25 pounds. So I'm really pleased with myself. I'm constantly picking up stuff. Today, I walked in the park. I did about 5,000 steps, and I got it for free, Leanne. Yes, I got it for free. I mean, it's a bit worn out. It's not brand new, but it's still a Green Day t-shirt. I've got to focus and selling. Alex is here. Let me see how I can sell it on Vinted. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go up to Vinted. Let's go up to Vinted. 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 Okay, how do we do this? How do we search for it? Sell it now. Where do we live? We live in the United Kingdom. We accept all of this stuff. Maybe this is not the right place to do this thing here. So people put stuff like this on Vinted. Look at this. Look at all the stuff that's here. Look at all the stuff. Let's search for Green Day t-shirt. Okay, anything? Anything? Sell now? How about that? Sell now? Catalog? That's not here. Maybe it's slow. Why is it not here? Can you hear me, everybody? Green Day t-shirt, Vinted. Nothing's coming up. Why is nothing coming up? Maybe. How do I look for this? Men's, kids, men's. It's men's. It's clothing. It's clothing. I don't know how this works. I've never looked here. I've never looked here before. Let's just go here. Indicates 2 PCB. Don't worry. Okay, maybe I've got to do something here. Maybe I've got to do something here. Here, look at the clothes. 3 pounds. What? How does this work? Do you think someone would pay money for it? Look at all this stuff here. Oh my God, it's like a charity shop is what Vinted is. Vinted is. Do you use Vinted? I've got to find a spot and just like post it and post it and post it. Yeah, look at this. There's so much stuff. So much stuff. Let's just put Green Day. Green Day t-shirt. It has a listing for it. Can you see it? Green Day t-shirt. There it is. Could this be it? This says green t-shirt. I'm looking for Green Day. I don't see it. Oh, there's a Green Day t-shirt. Let's see what this is. Someone is selling it for 20 pounds. What does 2170 mean? Does anybody know what that means? What 2170 means? I'm a Vinted addict, Claire says. I buy and sell every day on there, Lewis. You have to have an account, which takes forever to set up. What's my opinion on the government? You tell me what your opinion is. What do you mean the government? Like Keir Starmer? He's not our government. He's the imposed government from the globalists who are using the Muslim invaders to scare the local people and to replace us. Vinted isn't worth it anymore. As a seller, this is what Kermit says, they always side with the buyer and you just get ripped off. Okay, so what can I do? So I'm saying, oh, the Saxon is here. This is, what should I do, Kermit? Tell us should I not use Vinted? My friend Claire, she loves Vinted. So that's one vote for Vinted, one vote against Vinted. Internet shopping sucks, says this Saxon. Welcome, Saxon. Where are you from? It's never as the picture is, and it never fits properly. And then you have the aggravation of sending it back, etc. Yeah, that is true. So maybe I should just have a house sale or something. Maybe I should just set up a table outside and just say Lewis Schaffer's having a house sale, and then something bad happens. Living for today is here. Welcome, living for today. Living for today. So that's good. So what is the answer to the question? Is it good? Yeah, so that's the question that I'm asking. Kermit, I've made about 3,000 pounds on Vinted over the last 2 years. Everything fits, and I have all 5-star reviews. So why are you doing so well, Claire? Because you're nice to people, or people are nice to you, or well, why? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Evil. Okay, can we not? Can we, Scott, can we let other people comment a little bit? Welcome, Saxon, and living for today. These are new people to our group. We got 29 people. We got 29 people, but this is Green Day. Let's see if I can find my shirt for sale. Here's another Green Day, 15 pounds. Another Green Day, 10 pounds, another Green Day. Maybe they're not as popular as they used to be, or maybe they're really popular. I don't see. Let me see if I can see the shirt that I have. The shirt that I have. I guess because people love Green Day because of that song. They think they're making fun of America when it's just making fun of some Americans. And anyway, I think that they're a globalist, whatever. Consumer protections laws, they don't back you up. This is what it says right here. Green Day tour t-shirts, medium M. Let's see what this one is. This is a tour shirt from 2009, 2010. I think it's all right. I think let's go for it. So let's get back here. Let's get back on full screen. I have good stuff to sell, Lewis, and yes, I am nice to people. They always say I'm nice in their reviews. Love it on there. Maybe that's where I have to go. I got to go to Vinted, but I'm sitting here. Basically, my brain is clogged. I know you're thinking. I think probably when you signed up for this, you thought, "Oh my God, Lewis Schaffer is going to be an amazing communicator, an amazing performer." And maybe some people saw me because you saw me on TV, and now you're seeing me just crumble. Can I buy a president on the dark web? I need a good president. Well, for a president of what? A president of your company? A president of this country, which we're not allowed a president because it's a parliamentary system. And we've got a great president in America. I'm not happy with him tearing down what's been done in the White House, just tearing down buildings. That's what Donald Trump does. He just tears stuff down. I'm not happy with that, but what can you do? That's what Donald Trump does. Thank you, Claire. I am amazing. So I've got this shirt, and I could sell it. What else could I sell? Can you sell vapes? I have a whole collection of vapes. Let's see. Can I sell vapes? Let's go to catalog. Let's go to vapes. You cannot sell vapes. I guess it's against the law to sell vapes. About us, let's see. I've never heard. We want to show you a great second. We sell what you no longer need. Yeah, so that's amazing. It's from a Lithuanian startup to a thriving European business. Okay, there you go. So this is God bless the Lithuanians. God bless the Lithuanians. I'm not saying God bless the Lithuanians. But they are what they are. Maybe I could sell that. Anyway, the Saxon, where are you from? the Saxon. Where are you from? Because I support the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Cornish, the Celts, the Cumbrians. Labus Lithuanian. What does that mean? What is Labus Lithuanian? Remember, this is a very small stream, and we have to be nice to each other, the Saxons. So let's make sure. Let's before you write, say, does this sound nice? So where are you from? Oh, means hello. Okay, Labus means hello. Okay, that's friendly. Saxon is a good metal band, says Ron Smith. I think. It's a good metal band. But so where are you from, the Saxon? And how old are you? Are you a man or a woman? Introduce yourself to the people. The people here generally are pretty friendly. I don't want to hear all that fat waste stuff. This is what Vantanai is saying to Jedzer. If you make us believe it, it will come true. It's an association, but it's basically, I think it is true. People who look thin, probably healthier than people who look fat. I'm telling you the absolute truth. Okay, thank you, Claire. Yeah, so, I mean, I measured myself, and I've lost about 2 inches of weight. I used to be like 35 in the waist, and now I'm 33. That's my waistiest. If I go get jeans, I get a 32-inch jean, and that is amazing. That's like amazing to go for a 32, maybe a 33-inch jean waist. I'm really pleased with myself. And I'm pleased with myself today, you know? I mean, what will happen tomorrow? These are the hardest days. The hardest days. I'm from Germany. I'm a man. Thank you, the Saxon. Okay, from Germany. I know lots of Green Day. My daughters like them. I made arrangements of some of the songs for my choirs. It always went down well. Yeah, they're very musical. That song is so musical. I'm an American idiot. I don't know what the other songs are, but what have they done lately? Are they just one of those bands? Cakes are banned in England now. Are Cakes banned in England? You know, I don't know. I don't know if they're banned in England. They could be banned. Are they banned? I mean, they're banning everything. They're banning everything. And then Keir Starmer's like lying about it. We're not banning it. We're not banning it. And then they're banning it. It's like they said, we're no longer going to investigate people for memes. And then, you know, that's the next step. That's the next step. Ron Smith, Northern Boys is good drill with elderly people. They also work with Pate and Bass drill. I don't know, is that the kind of music? Pate and Bass drill. Kids in school can't eat cakes. Is that true? No, maybe they can't eat cakes. Maybe they've decaked it. You know, I mean, basically, what the government is here now, and including the Tories too. It's like we're telling you what to believe because this is what we believe, and we know it's good for you. We're better than you. That's what Keir Starmer. He's a smug twat. Puts peg in nose. We've had cakes here for a very long time. Well, I don't know. They banning. I don't know what's going on in school because my kids are out of school. Who is Pete and Boss? Ron Smith. Do I have to look it up here? Or are you going to tell me? I'll look it up here. I'll look up Pete and Boss. Whoever Pete and Boss. Who is Pete and Boss? It's a hip-hop duo. It's a hip-hop duo. What's the story? Where are they from? A hip-hop duo based in London, formed 2017. Peter Bowditch and a guy called Baz. Oh, Baz, not Boss. Baz. Basil. White people, I bet. Let's see what the picture is. Let's see a picture. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're old. No. Are they really old? They're like the other two old guys, the artists. I forget what their names are. Such a discovering enjoyment for hip-hop. His granddaughter. Oh, okay, that's interesting. They came back, and they had a life. And they're having a life right now. They're probably really enjoying themselves. It's like me. I'm, really enjoying myself, kind of. As much as I can. I can't really enjoy myself. Can you enjoy yourself? I'm not enjoying myself, but I never could. So it's like a band, not band, a duo from now, but they're old guys. Hi there, love Germany. Went often as a teen and traveled through and around more recently. What part of Germany are you from? He's from Saxony. Okay, well there you go. Well, welcome, coming to one of your colonized areas here in England. Saxons. This is where Wessex is West Saxony, right? Essex is East Saxony. Nessex is North Saxony. Sussex is South Saxony. Julian is here. Yay, Lewis, I agree about Starmer. Yes. Yeah, Starmer thinks he's better than us. The left think they're better than us. They think, they think that they can run the place. And they can't. They're destroying it. That's the irony of the entire thing. They think they're better, but they're destroying the country. I shouldn't talk like this. Listen to some Slayer in the Gym before. Is that a song, Ron Smith? I can't enjoy myself. Rainbows in black and white round my way. Is that a song? That sounds like a song. Rainbows in black and white. I don't even know if you think that that's a song, but I'm going to check to see if that's a song. Is that a song? Is that a song? Lyrics. Let's see if that's a song. That is a song. That's a song. Is not available for that search. Why is it not available? Casey Musgraves, The World is a Rainbow. Maybe this is the song. I'm afraid to press it because they send me a letter because I'm like a wimp. I'm just such a wimp. Slayer are a metal band. Okay, we're learning about that. We invaded America too, but nobody knows. Yeah, well, that is true. I mean, the largest immigrant group up until recently were German Americans. So that's what happens. Things change. We get immigrant groups coming in. But don't gaslight us by saying we're letting the country be invaded for your benefit. That's rubbish. That's what they're doing. They're gaslighting us. They're lying. I don't like the word gaslighting. It sounds a bit too polite. I was in the office, Maltese Phil, on my own today, so I had Black Sabbath on the stereo. That's right. Was Ozzy Osbourne in Black Sabbath? I don't know. It's not a song. It's just me being silly. You sure it's not a song, Lud? Because it sounds like it could be a song. I can't enjoy myself. Rainbows in black and white round my way. I think that sounds like a great lyric of a song. We own you. Well, Germans, and we might own Germany. I think Germany can't be as smug as it used to be. It was quite smug for a long time, like Britain. And it thought it didn't need a military. I mean, it needed a military after the last business, but whatever. You thought that, you let in all those Syrians, those horrible, whatever it is. Ozzy wasn't Black Sabbath, then he wasn't. Then he was again, on and off, yeah. I mean, he's done amazing, and maybe his wife created him or made him better. Anyway, Saxons. There's Saxons who live in this country. But we're now on the same team. Who's going to fight for the Saxons? Who's going to fight for the great things that the Northern Europeans have done in the world? Who's going to, even if we haven't done great, even we, I'm not a Saxon, but even if you haven't done great things, you've got a right to have your own country and not to be told what should be done. This is a democracy. But they don't care. The Picts, the Anglo-Saxons, the Picts, the Scots, the Celts, the Welsh. These are people who need to be fought over, basically, I think. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath is a song. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath is a song. Okay? So it's fantastic. Anyway, well, welcome on to the thing. Are you fat? Are any Germans fat? They're not as fat as the British people or the Americans. But, I mean, I've made it my job to humiliate people, to shame people into losing weight because I'm going to have to go get some kind of some kind of skin treatment of being in the sun. I think I've had. I think I'm from a Viking family. I certainly enjoy the pillaging. Lucy Van Pelt is here. Black Sabbath on Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. Yeah. I mean, it's a good name for a band, I think. That music, basically, heavy metal music. I mean, did the Beatles create heavy metal? That's one of those debates. Was thinking of a documentary today, Ron Smith today. It was just before, after the referendum, where they derided this guy who talked about a good white area in London. Yeah. Now, what is London? Yeah. What is I mean, you're not allowed to say that. Are you allowed to say that, Ron Smith? You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that. I don't believe in racism anyway. I don't even know what racism is. Andrew Rubin said, I saw him on his last tour with Sabbath. Never Say Die. My ears were ringing for 3 days afterwards at the Odeon in Birmingham. Yeah, well, that's his hometown. Isn't that his hometown, Andrew Rubin? We're talking about Ozzy Osbourne. He's dead. Poor guy died. He died. Christine Lagarde is praising Germany for their commitment to spend millions on defense. Where will they get it from? Vatanai says, yeah, where will they? I mean, I'm with Donald Trump. Why should America be defending, Germany? It's not the same as it used to be. I mean, basically, America set up NATO so that the Germans wouldn't do what they did, nothing personal, again, and that the Americans could have some control and to keep the Russians out. That was the whole purpose of it. But, now's a different time. In the documentary, there were some big houses in a village, and his mother and teen were saying how bad that was. That aged well. How bad what did it mean? How bad that was. That there were big houses, that there was some big houses in a village, and that it's not racist to want your country. Well, whatever, yeah, basically. I mean, I don't. What we want is we want the place to stay. I mean, I'm incredibly conservative. I want the place to be like it always was. I'm against change, maybe slight change for the better, but whatever, if it makes me happy. But that's what we've got to do. But they're saying no. It's okay for change is good. And you can't say no, change is bad, because then you call you a racist. You don't like someone because of their race. But nobody hates people because of their race. What does that mean? If you meet somebody and they have green skin, but they give you money and they give you a job and they have a great body and they have sex with you, you will like them. Nobody's born hate. The only reason you hate people because of the color of their skin is because you recognize they're not you or your family. They're not you or your family. So that's why, when you're told your son can't get a job because he's not the right color, it's all about who's going to fight for us. That's what that's why racism is, Janet. People are good no matter where they come from, or they're bad no matter where they come from. But when they're taking over our country, okay, that's not good. Poland threatened to force Putin's aircraft to the ground if he used their airspace. The new sanctions were imposed on Russia today. Yeah, maybe we're heading into war. This thing's been going on a long time. Been going on a long time. I mean, obviously the Polish people don't like the Russians, and the Russians don't like the Poles, whatever it is. I wonder if anyone else remembers that program very well for people who live far away from the consequences of diversity. Yeah, but now it's all over. I know exactly what you're saying, Ron Smith. Happy is the city that thinks of war in times of peace. Who said that? Keith Bexley. Keith Bexley posted it, but is that, I'm going to see what that is. Let's go to window capture. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. I think it's Latin. The sentiment is captured in "Si vis pacem, parabellum," which means if you want peace, prepare for war. Who said this? It doesn't say who said this directly. The specific wording is famously associated with Richard Burton, who noted the Commonwealth of Venice. Robert Burton. Robert Burton. All right, it's an old saying. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think that's brilliant. Keith Bexley. Anyway, Poland supplied Ukraine, so reap what you sow, Ron Smith says. Yeah. Well, Poland is helping the Ukraine, fighting off Russia. Russia has its own concerns. I mean, do I support Russia? I do not. Do I support Poland? I mean, I like Poland is a bit more friendly to us. You know, I mean, I don't know. Who do we support in that situation? There's a clip of Ozzy meeting Paul McCartney, a total fanboy. Is Ozzy a fanboy of Paul McCartney, or is Paul McCartney a total fanboy of Ozzy Osbourne, Malteseville? What is the story there? I mean, racism is only used against white people. But basically, it's saying, I want my family looked after. I want to be looked after. I want to be able to get a job. I don't want to walk into a place and saying, we're not going to hire you because we've hired too many white people already. You don't want that. This country was headed for prosperity around 2000 when I moved here. And then boom, I think that's what happened. I think it became like almost a rich country, 2001, 2002. Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong? Hold on one second. Am I wrong? I don't know if I'm wrong. And now maybe even Japan is turning bad. Oh my God, I just saw a thing by this guy abroad in Japan. Anybody familiar with that guy? Abroad in Japan. Who knows what's happening? I think we need to be nice to people, but people need to be nice to us. Am I right about that? Am I right? People need to be nice to English people. Then America will crush a depleted Russia. Did I miss something there? I don't think so. Nobody talks about the Azov battalion, do they? I mean, they're both bad people on both sides. Remember, they were going to kill the Jews, the Russians, in the 1950s, but then Stalin died, luckily. It's not hard, really, is it? We should support our fellow Europeans, Westerners, over our civilizational enemies. Yes, that's true. But we should support ourselves over our fellow Europeans because they are they're enemies of ours too. That's the debate. We're in a tripartite war here. These Europeans hate us. Okay? And then also we got other people who are hating us. Yes, I had a Polish girlfriend and her dad died in 2022, and he doesn't like the Ukraine because of what happened in the 1940s. Good YouTube documentary on the massacre. Yeah, the Ukraine were on the hands of the Nazis, but lots of, yeah, that's true. Isn't that true? What am I not wrong about, Janet? I was discriminated against back in the early 80s in East London by a Pakistani family. It's rare, I guess, but I just had to say this. Well, what does that mean, discriminated against? What exactly happened? Are you sure abroad in Japan is that's You're making a joke, Kermit. No, it's a guy. I've watched so many of his videos. I haven't seen it lately, but this guy is like a proper English guy. And now he walks around with narrow eyes. That's what happens when you live in Japan. You don't open your eyes wide because it's like a giveaway. It's like a giveaway. Just like I stopped smiling when I moved to this country because it gave me away as a foreigner. Abroad in Japan, according to Maltese Phil, is one of my favorite channels. I have not seen a video. I don't get. Maybe I've signed on to too many videos, but I haven't. Maltese Phil says I haven't seen his video in so long. In so long, we have civilizational enemies. Lucy, I agree with you. What is that civilization? I guarantee you, if the Russians invade. Okay, let's say they take us over. Are they going to prevent us from eating pork sausages? I don't think so. Are they going to prevent us from following a life with Christ? I don't think so. Are they going to make us kill our dogs? I don't think so. Lewis, because our friend's family treated us like S because we were white. That's what I meant. Our friend's family. Yeah, people don't. Yeah, they like their own kind. They like their own kind, but let them go move back if they don't like. It's like when I came here and they said, move back. If you don't like it, move back. But now it's too late. You lose your own country and now they can't move back. It's too many of them. Ukraine is not in our circle of influence, Vatanai says. Let Russia have it. The area they invaded is mainly Russian anyway, he says, and we're being oppressed. I don't understand the irrational fear of the Russians. Well, I mean, you don't understand it, but it's not even an irrational fear. It's like the Russians, historically, they took over the Ukraine. They took over half of Poland. They took over Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. They took over all these countries for a Russian empire because this is what they needed to do to feel safe. So if you're a Lithuanian or a Latvian or an Estonian, okay. Yeah. Russia is on the third worldist side. Possibly. It's hard to figure out the triad here. Who is who? We took Russia with the Bolsheviks. It's ours. It's ours. Well, in a way, that's true. Remember, Lenin was given a free rein to go across Germany and Poland to go back into Russia from Switzerland. Who did that? The Germans allowed that to happen. Am I right about that? The Saxon. I mean, let's try to visualize what's going on here. What's going on? Remember, even our friends are our enemies sometimes. America, England was enemies with France and France with Germany. But the question is, if there are bigger enemies than Germany, we don't want Germany to take over. Okay? We don't want Germany the Warsaw Pact, exactly. All those people, and they were communists back then. And communism is a threat. It's bad. I'm not a communist anymore. I used to be a communist. Back in the day, they took them over and then gave them up on a promise from the West that it would not expand its influence. But the EU broke that covenant. Andrew Rubin, that's exactly true. That's one of the reasons why the Russians are upset. The Russians, remember, if you're standing in London and you're in a type of a tall building, you can almost see Moscow. There's nothing blocking the way. Not blocking the way. So the question is, who is our biggest enemy? And what's happening right now in the country? Who is our biggest enemy right now in the country? I'm afraid to say it because I think it, what happens if I'm right? They're going to come after me. It's so many years ago, and I'll never forget it. Joe Sanders says, yes, okay. Someone was not nice to you. Maybe that's true. I mean, are you going to hate all Pakistanis because of that? I don't know. Are you going to hate all Pakistanis because of what's going on with the RAPE crisis. The Baltic states are more Western in perspective. Ukraine is a geographical area which is more Eastern. Look at the map and see how wrong it looks if Ukraine is in NATO. And also, there's so many Russian people who like Russia more than they like the Ukrainians, who they consider to be siding with the Nazis. We promised to protect the Ukraine if they gave up their nuclear weapons. Yeah, well, that says a lot about, that's what America does and Europe does, and you didn't protect them. And you did not protect them. Maybe they were stupid for giving up their weapons. Maybe it'll all end for the best. Stormer is our biggest enemy in this country, or rather, whoever is controlling him. Yes, I would say we have to worry about that guy first. But, it's not my business to talk like this. I want to apologize to everybody. It's not my business. I like England. I'm an Anglophile. Sorry, I'm admitting it now. I'm not really. I like it better than any change thing. I like it better than... I go out every single day to pick up rubbish in the streets, and I've noticed how more rubbishy the streets have become. I like a clean street filled with English people. Maybe English people are posh and pretentious, but it was a better country back then. Maybe it wasn't a better country, but it seemed better. My ex was, and still is, a Sikh. Yeah, well, maybe you got anti-Pakistani feelings from him. You don't know. Didi is here. So that's Janet Traymore was a Sikh. Yeah, they're a warrior class. They're an what did someone describe the Sikhs as? An ethno-religious group. Ethno-religious group. Of course I'm from New York. The nukes are unlikely to be any good anyway. They couldn't afford to keep them in working order. Yes, that's a good point. See, that's why maybe they gave it up. England is a dump now, says the Saxon. I would say it could be a dump. D.D. Plectrum is here. I'm so unhappy I'm not unhappy with this software. I'm not unhappy. It gives a number of how many people are watching. And then not that it changes, it stays the same. That's the problem. It stays the same. I don't know what do I need to do to get it to move. Refresh chat. No. Top chat. Live chat. Lewis, I didn't say that. Our Pakistani friend was being pressured into an arranged marriage over 40 years ago. We went up to see how he felt. We were treated because you were stepping in the way of their belief of an arranged marriage. That's their religion, I'm with you. I'm against arranged marriages. Or am I against it? Many are unaware. So what do I say to you? You were representing... They wanted to live their lives, their Pakistani lives in England, and you were representing a change. And that's what always happens. People move to a new town, a new country, and they have a new way of life, and there's always people trying to drag them down. West Side Story. I want to be in America. Everything's free in America. Right? That's what that is about, Joe. Many are unaware, but the Biden administration prevented Ukraine from fighting back, and even leaked secrets to Russia. I don't know if that's true. They were getting money. The Biden administration got millions of pounds from the Ukrainian people. Possibly. I forget what happened there, but you can never quote Biden to me. The guy's totally discredited, but maybe you're right. The trouble is, this is what Vatanai says, the U.S. and the EU are completely hypocrites about who were the villains. They change whenever is expedient. Villains are a very movable feast when it suits them. Yes, that's basically true. That's basically true. This is quite an interesting discussion considering we're talking about a war that's been three years old already. Okay. Yeah, but any whatever. Biden did some stuff, Lucy Van Pelt, including using Ukraine to spy on Russia. And then saying we're going to bring you into NATO. That's a red flag. A red flag, Lewis. Our conversation is maybe kind of getting muddled. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's make this conversation. It's my job as the orchestrator of the, not that I'm orchestrating, as the central whatever, to get this thing back on track. Look up Operation Gladio in the break. Everyone should be aware of that. That's a TV program. Let everybody know that. We checked that yesterday. But their son didn't want it, so we tried to help. He's lived in Eastham all his life. In the end, he went down that path. What does that mean? What path did he go down, Joe Sanders? I am saying that Russia is more of an ally than China. And I'm saying more of an ally than the Islamic Caliphate. So maybe we should figure out how not to weaken them too much. That's what I'm thinking. Am I wrong? I just arrived at the destination number 1 and have to say that you have been talking the most absolute shite today, Lewis. Laugh out loud. Certainly an interesting ride it has been. Well, what have I said? Not that Lucy comes back and says, not that Biden even knew what was going on, Kermit. Yeah, he didn't know. This is the Biden administration, which are the globalists, which is the Obama administration, which hated America and hated nation states. There was a BBC documentary on it, but they omit a lot. I don't know what that means. Okay. I saw him at a reunion. We're talking about Joe Sanders. All was well, and he had no regrets over his decision. What decision are you talking about? What's worse is he died of heart attack long after. You know what? Can we talk about something? What decision did he make? I lost track of who this brother was or who the son is. I believe you. In retrospect, if the U.S. and the EU had acted more decisively at first, the war might not have dragged on. But the EU had no capacity to fight. No, because that's right, Vandenai. They were taking Russian oil, and the Germans needed Russian oil. But the Germans have sacrificed. They've given up all that Russian oil. Biden didn't even know what year he was. He didn't even know where he was. He didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. And he had a very low cholesterol. That should tell you something. And brain damage because he had low cholesterol. Bloody hell. Just look up who you're talking to. I don't know who you're talking to. Lewis. To go with the arranged marriage. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe arranged marriage is good. I married a girl who wasn't like me. And there was a lot of trouble. At the end of the day, maybe arranged marriage is the right thing. They share the same thing that you share. The same belief system that you share. I mean, yeah, your kid's you're going to be, damaged. My partner lived with me. He's a Sikh man and went to India for his brother's wedding. I was not allowed to go. My partner came back married. Actually true. And was unbelievably mad. So what happened there? You lost your partner. He basically divorced you. They marry their cousins. Yes, they do. They marry their cousins. And then the kids turn out, what do you call that? Damaged. That's an amazing story, Janet Raymond. So did you lose your boyfriend, your husband? What a boyfriend? You weren't married to him. Same as kings and queens. That's why they're all retarded. I don't know if we're allowed to use the word retarded, but yes. Yeah, Joe Sanders says, oh my God. Imagine your boyfriend leaves and he comes back. He's no longer your boyfriend because he's married to somebody else. What did he say? Finish the story, Janet. Everybody goes, that's crazy. That's what Led says. I think that's crazy. No, Lewis, we stayed. Well, what does that mean? Were you like in a menage a trois with him having 2 wives? let's be nice, this accent. Let's be nice to people. I know many, many people of that country, and they are very nice people. I mean, should they be living here if they're going to practice that? The answer is no. They should not be living here because that's not our we're English people. You're English people or Germany, whatever. Honestly, well, give us a bit more detail. What information do I would know? How do you stay married to the guy when he married somebody else? And he probably had sex with that person too. I mean, I kind of believe that a man should have two wives. We were not married, we lived together, but you thought he was your boyfriend. And then he comes back and he's got a new wife, but you kept on living with him. Is that what you're saying, Janet Raymond? It's not such a long story. It's quite simple. So maybe it is a long story, but he lived with you. I think we stopped that malarkey around the 6th century, no matter what the NHS says. Yes, that's true, Kermit. And that's why this country is a better country, because we had one woman with one man, and people were happier then. Maybe you weren't happy with your husband. Maybe he beat you a little bit. Maybe she denied you sex a little bit, whatever it was. But I don't think a man should have two wives. But if a woman is going to leave you any second now, sometimes you have to do that. We love a long story, Janet, says Joe Sanders. The key that made this country strong is that every man got LAID. And you take a look at those countries, especially the Arab deserty countries, there were lots of men who never had any sex. They had no wife and they had no chance of having children. She eventually came over from India and lived with his parents. Okay, finish the story. And what did you do? Were you having sex with him? You could say this now. It's all right. It's not embarrassing. Hilarious Judes came back for the two wives. Judes came back for the two wives. Yeah, she's, like most women today. They want, Asian and Arab countries have lots of cousin marriage and multiple wives, but every time a guy has every man who has two wives, there's at least one guy with no wife and no children, and then the men are marrying 9-year-olds or 6-year-olds or whatever what they do. When I attended a gambling help group, okay, there was a nice Asian guy who was disowned by his whole family because he wanted to marry a white non-Muslim. They even threatened him with violence. Yes, this can happen. And those people in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in Kuwait, in Iran, they mean business. These are deserty countries. They're serious. We should have 3 men, and maybe at least one will be okay, Joe Sanders. 3 is too many for me. Oh my God, Lewis, answer the question, Janet. Not enough wives for everyone to have many wives, Saxon says. I agree with that. That's why these people are so happy. That might be why even they're rapey, because they're not getting LAID. They're not getting what they need. I've got this number. I got my number on the thing here, and it's, I don't know. I'd like to find out what happened with you. Did you live with this guy? My partner went to India to attend his brother's arranged marriage, right? And didn't you say that your partner came back married, and then that married woman lived in your house? Okay. Isn't that what you just said, Janet? Anyway, there are very few Arab men not having sex. That's why they have bachi-bazi. There are very few Arab men not having sex. That's why they have bachi-bazi. I think you've written this wrongly. There are Arab men not having sex. And there are men not having sex today, which is why we have in this country, why there's porn and whatever. Half the stuff is wrong. Dancing boys is bachi bazi, whatever. Yeah, she lived with his. I'm asking. I do not understand. I'm stupid. Let's explain it for Lewis Schaffer. Your partner, who you were not married to, went to Pakistan to attend his brother's wedding. And when he was there, he got your partner got married to someone that married and brought his wife back to live with you. This is how I read it. I read it. This is, I guess, this is every single show is like that. Janet, please tell me. Oh no, you heard it wrong. Lewis, no, you heard it wrong. You heard it wrong. I saw a goat with a human face. He went to Pakistan as well. I asked Janet a question. Well, I'm waiting for Janet to answer the question that I asked. I restated what I know. Am I wrong, Janet? Am I wrong? Did you not say that? Did I hear it wrongly? And then if we could move onward. We could move onward, Lewis. I am uncomfortable because I think I've been yelling at Janet. I haven't meant to yell at Janet. 2 wives allied in the army, but one's too many for me, says Keith Bexley. I'm reading that. What makes this show amazing is I'm reading everyone's comment. Lewis, I've been driving and I have understood the story, let alone you. That has been sitting on a chair this whole time. Anyway, home stretch. Who needs to know this? Let's. Janet doesn't want to say whether I'm right or wrong. This is what I heard. That Janet's partner went to her brother's wedding. And Janet says, I want to go with you to Pakistan. And Janet's partner says, don't come with me to Pakistan. And while Janet's partner was in Pakistan, he married somebody else. Okay, married someone else. So now Janet's partner is now married to somebody else. India, okay, India. Janet's partner is married to someone else. Okay, so Janet's partner comes back, brings his new wife with him, and they move into Janet's home. So now Janet is living with her partner's new wife. Am I wrong? Am I asking this? Am I wrong? Now, Janet may not want to answer this question, but am I hearing that right? Or are you just ignoring me? Because if you're ignoring me, I'm not needed to be here, really. Did you hear how I stated this story? Is this what Janet says? Yeah, so you heard the same thing that I heard, Kermit. She wasn't allowed to go to India and with the partner, and the partner came back married to somebody else. So I did hear it correctly. I did hear it correctly. Can anybody else? And then the guy, the partner, moved back in with his new wife, with Janet. Can you tell me if you heard the same thing? Silence, because I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We've got 35 people. Okay. Is anybody going to answer this? I think Janet's gone. Did I yell? Did I yell at Janet? Did I yell at Janet? We have 35 people listening to this. Okay. Did I state it correct? She said nothing about the new wife. Okay, so I was wrong. She said nothing about the new wife. So he came back married. And Kermit, I thought he lived with his parents. I didn't hear what happened to the new wife. Okay, so Judel says we didn't hear anything about the new wife. So maybe I misinterpreted. Why were people really upset then? That happens a lot where a guy comes back married. No, I'm not forgetting about it. I want to know if I heard it correctly. I want to know that you're listening to me. If you're not listening to me, what's the point of me doing this? If I ask a question and you go, you know what I mean? I want to know what she said. And if you say, no, Lewis, you misheard her. Or maybe you could say, Lewis, it was confusing. But I'd like to know. I heard that her partner went to India and got married in India. I'm confused too. I'm not leaving it, Vatanai. I'm not leaving it. I want to know that you're listening to me because I'm listening to you. Why was she upset? Probably because her boyfriend went away and married another woman, Lewis. Was it as simple as that? I got the idea that he came back married and brought his wife and they lived in her house. I gathered he got a new wife, then moved in with his parents, and she was pissed off. Not sure if the wife... Okay, so you're not sure. Maybe too personal to discuss the details. One wife... You know what? You know what? Now I'm mad at you guys. I'm mad at you guys. I think you've let me down. You've let me down because I misinterpreted the story and no one stepped in and corrected it. I thought that her husband had a new wife, and brought the wife to live with her. Basically, it's all about the punctuation. Could be all about the punctuation. It's not important, Lewis. It's important to me. It's important to me that I know that you are listening to me. I asked you, Lewis. Yes, Janet. I don't understand. I'm not attacking you. I misread this thing. Janet's here. Thank you, Janet. I'd like it just a simple sentence. He went to Pakistan. He got married. He came back. He came back. He did not bring his wife to live in my home, or he brought his wife to live in my home. Basically, I've been listening and done a long post. Where is the long post? Okay. I mean, you may not be able to because, but you couldn't send it. Yeah, you can only send a short post. Yeah, maybe break it up into bits and pieces. I think that's the only way to do it. Thank you, Janet. I mean, you people know this about me. I am crazy. I get very affected by things like this. And if I'm wrong, I'm not a great guy, but I get very, very affected. Couldn't post it. Okay, well, post part of it. Post part of it. Not from Okay, it's not from Pakistan. So his new wife, did not come and live in your house, Janet. From the Punjab. Okay. That was a Sikh guy, right? From the Punjab. Okay. I do. I pay a lot of attention, Kermit. You know I do. It's just a lot of people reacted strongly to what Janet said. So it comes from the Punjab. He got married and he came back. And did he live with you? I posted one of my if so he came to live with you. Did he come and live with you? Did he bring his wife with you to live with you? So he was forced to get married. Okay. At his brother's wedding. Okay. He was forced to. Did he bring his wife with him? With him. No, she stayed in the Punjab. Okay, I did not understand that. And so, did he return often to the Punjab? And Lewis just wants to know if you had a threesome. No, I want to know what happens when a man, because I thought a man brought this woman back home and said, okay, she's going to be living with us too. That's what I thought it meant. Lud. No, he hated her. He hated her. Janet, please just ring Lewis up and tell him, no, I'm getting the information here. And so, were you married to him for a long time? And did he return to the Punjab? Did he have children there with that woman? What happened in the end? She wasn't married, but did he live with you? It was the family just bringing her into this country. Oh, I see. And did he have any children? Lewis is a click. No, I'm not caring. I'm just it's very interesting how two cultures collapse and collide. Okay, when these things happen. So you stayed with this Sikh man from the Punjab, right? And she came into the country. She came and lived here. She lived with the family. Did he have children with her? Did he have children with you? Did you stay married for very long? Okay, Janet, we're getting there. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Thank you for staying here and typing up this thing. I know. I know Janet was not married, but did he live with you and have in the family way? Even back then, people lived together and they were not married. Okay? He did not have children with her. Okay, he did no, Saxon. That's not the case. It wasn't the love triangle. So he Lud. I'm being serious now. This is the scary part of Lewis Schaffer is how serious a person I am. So he lived with you, Janet. This is what I'm getting, this impression. So he lived with you for how many years? Or did he not live with you, Janet? It was about getting her in this country, right? Okay, so he was your husband, even though you were not married, your partner, and you had happy years together, Janet. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Okay, late night love chat, Lewis. Yes, yes. So you lived, Janet. You lived with him We have lived together for 20 years. Okay, so he loved you. He loved you, but he was doing a favor to the family by marrying this person. Okay, do you hear it? No, he was a cheating twat. Now we know he was a cheating twat, Lewis. It was a marriage of convenience. Unfortunately, it happens. But now we're finding out the truth. No, you guys didn't know this, but you lived with him for 20 years, and then you broke up with him. Was he cheating with this woman too? To all listeners in the Punjab, you hear me? Finally, I woke up. Okay. Finally, you woke up, and then you divorced him eventually. But 20 years is a really long time in this country for someone to be married to someone. I was only married for a couple of years. So you did love him, but he did his family a favor, and he came back and lived with you and told you this story. Okay? Do you need a break from the interrogation, Chad? Blink twice if you don't want to say it out loud. Of course, they're not divorced because they're not married, but they got split up. They got split up. Yes, Lewis. Okay, so I think I found out what the story is. The story is she married this guy. This guy did a good thing for his family and came back, and his partner, who he's not married to, but in Janet's mind, they are kind of married. It's an interesting story. Not married. I said not married, but they are kind of married in an emotional way. You know, just because you don't have a piece of paper doesn't mean. What does marriage mean? It just means if you cheat on me, I'm going to kill you. That's what marriage means. She's blinking DD plectrum, which means guitar pick. Yeah. Everyone laughs about it. It sounds like you haven't been harmed that greatly. It sounds like I believe the story, Janet, and so does Vat and I. I think we believe you. We believe you that he was torn between two cultures, and the people of Pakistan wanted to get this woman into the country. And so they set up this marriage, and your husband, I got his credit card and had a good spend up to punish him for doing that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think women like when a guy gets married, even if they say that he doesn't, that he doesn't love her. Okay. This bit here, can I just say this? Do we steal that he stole 20 years from you? No. I think she loved him for a lot of those years. That's yes. Oh, yes, Kermit. You're saying yes to Kermit. That you spent too many years with this guy. Some of the years, was he good looking? Some of the years must have been all right. Did he wind up having a relationship with the woman that he married? Yeah, and I'm going to say something here. I'm really glad I handled it this way. I want to thank you, Janet, for staying with me. A lot of people can misinterpret me as screaming at them or not being happy with them, but you stayed with me, and that's a lovely, lovely, lovely thing. And because Janet did this, I can see why he stayed with you, because you're a loving, lovely person. A lot of people would have said, I can't handle this. I could think of a few women's names on this stream right now who would have said, I'm not going to be spoken to that way, and then run. You passed the shit. Yes, that's true, Lucy. She passed it because I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just feel like I'm sitting here as you're sitting at home. You're typing, and let's say you ask a question. You know, my family all loved him. We were all taken in by him. Yeah. Okay. But like you ask me a question, and let's say I miss it on the live chat. I don't read it. And then you might get upset and say, what am I, chopped liver? How come you didn't read my post? How come you didn't read my chat? And I'm sitting here and I'm asking a question of you, and I'm not getting an answer, not of you, but I want to know what the whole story is. What the whole story is. So you spent 20 years, they liked him. The question is, did he cheat on you with her, his wife? Not even quotation marks, his wife. Did he cheat on you with her? I think this has been one of the most interesting shows that I've done. I don't know if you guys think it's interesting, but I think it's been one of the most interesting shows. We've had a lot of people watching, and a lot of people are watching right now. Okay, so it's been good. This started about racism. His family hated me and wanted to get him away from me. Yes, and you stayed with him for 20 years. It's very important to realize, Vat and I, that Lewis can't read, can't comprehend, but apart from that, he's a great guy. I would say that that's basically true. Like you tell me a joke, I don't understand it. And if I say, can you please explain it? Please explain it. If you tell me a story and I don't understand it because I'm reading too fast, or maybe because I'm an idiot, just, would it kill you to explain it to me? If I ask you, if you ask me, Lewis, what do you mean by that? I will explain what I mean by that. So I'm just asking for more information. There used to be a lot of women on here. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Where did they all go? A lot of them are still here, but a lot, some are gone. I don't know. I'm just shocked they have arranged marriage in Indiana, says Lucy Van Pelt. Okay. So this has been an all right show. I think it's been one of the best shows because Janet stayed. Okay. And I appreciate that about Janet. Kermit came in and gave some information. Whatever. Maybe it's true. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to thank again, Janet for explaining the situation to me. She did spend 20 years with the guy. Okay. And I mean, yeah. Vat and I say, you're my most favorite New York Jew in the last 90 minutes. Okay, that's funny too. I can't believe I've told all you this. Actually, I'm fine. Okay, well, I appreciate it. It was a very interesting story. You didn't give complete information, but you gave a lot of information. And that's what this is about. It's about, I tried to be as informative as I can be. Okay, that's what I tried to be. But thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Before we go, make sure we all join Discord. Make sure we press the thumbs up. Can we press the thumbs up? Make sure we press a bell that says we've subscribed. I don't know. It's free. I don't know if it's free psychotherapy. I don't think she asked for that. But if it's good to actually reveal something in a safe place, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not trying to take advantage of anybody. Kermit has the Discord thing. Make sure you join the Discord, please. Make sure you contribute to keep the stream alive. Keep the stream alive. Keep hope alive, Lewis Schaffer. Janet Raymond is good. I hope you're good. You've been good to me by not running. I appreciate that so much. So go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer and buy Lewis Schaffer a cup of coffee. Okay. Or go on Twitter. Can you see the Twitter thing here? We always forget about the Twitter. Thank you, Kermit, for doing that. Okay. Who has a story? We all have interesting stories, and maybe we can all feel free to say what our stories are. Okay? Say what our stories are. Also, maybe this PayPal and Patreon. You could give money to PayPal and Patreon. Vat and I will see you later. We'll see you at 10:30 tonight. 10:30 tonight. Make sure you go on to Discord. We can discuss this on Discord, or we can discuss this little episode tonight, how it basically, how I had a little breakdown because I didn't think, I thought people were ignoring me. I thought I was being ignored. And go check out Paul Manning's riddle on Discord. Yeah, what is the right answer? You spent 20 years of your life. And I didn't fall out with Joe. Joe has gotten mad at me too, about something. I mean, it's happened. As girls could be not girls, some people, not even girls, guys can do that. I'm not gonna answer him. How dare he ask me a question, whatever. Keith Bexley, welcome to the cult. I guess that's the cult. The cult is, you got to be, that I am the kind of person who is very sensitive. I'm really, really sensitive. Okay, I'm really sensitive. We had a chat today. What did we talk about today? We had a chat about the Ukraine, about a girl whose boyfriend went to India for a brother's wedding. And got married. At least you stayed with him. He didn't break up with you. That's what I thought happened. So thank you, Lucy, for being here. Ron Smith, Fontenay. Thank you, Claire. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ludd, always Ludd. Thank you, Ian Higgs and D.D. Plectrum and M.C. Scott. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Saxon, the Saxon, for being here. He's living in Germany now. He speaks very good English. I guess he must be English, but we'll find out what his story is. Alex, thank you. Paul Manning, go to the Discord and watch his thing, and maybe contribute £5 or £10 or whatever you want to keep this thing going. I would appreciate that so much. And I appreciate you, Joodles. Ludd, thank you. Okay, so we will see you at 10:30 tonight, I hope. I hope we'll see you at 10:30 tonight. Okay? Daryl came in. Daryl was listening to this. She didn't say anything, but she was listening to this. What are you saying? Did you threaten to overrule him? I think it's been good, Forced. What happened there? I missed what... He was forced to get married. It wasn't his fault. That's like something from an old Sherlock Holmes episode with the forced marriage. Very scary. Okay, you loved him. Lucy's saying something. Who are you talking to, Lucy? You're talking to me? Lewis, you could be borderline. Things affect me deeply. They really affect me deeply. One of those things that affect me, I've got major abandonment issues. I shouldn't admit that, but I don't like being abandoned. Well, thank you for being here, Daryl. Nobody has to say anything if you don't want to say anything. But, if you do say something, I do appreciate that. Andrew Rubin, 10:30. If you want to be interrogated, come then. True, it was a forced marriage, and he stayed with you all those years. I mean, I know, I might tell you a story that happened to me. It wasn't quite like that, where you feel like you're forced into a situation, and mostly you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, basically. Okay, so we're saying goodbye. Best show ever. Make sure you press the like thing, press the subscribe thing, and maybe forward to your friends. Maybe. I need drinks. Okay, we all need drinks. We'll see you later.